What keeps you going when you feel undervalued and underappreciated? Hurting people hurt people, but healed people heal and help people. Today, let's talk about how to shift from hurt to healing, how to overcome what makes you feel overwhelmed. Oh, you know what's up. Turn me up. I'm mic'd up. Join me and let's mix it up. What's good people? How you doing? How you living? How's it going? What's happening? I hope that yes, you are doing well. Well, I want to welcome you to another edition of In the Mix. I'm your host with the most, yours truly, Dr. Eddie Connor. And it is truly an honor that you have joined me today. Come on, family. I need you to help a brother out, hook a brother up, hit that thumbs up button, hit that like button on this video. Yeah, hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button, hit the thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button. I'm growing your greatness. Help me grow our channel for change, our channel that creates change, our channel that breaks chains. Yes, yes, yes. And of course, we're getting ready to have a courageous conversation of illumination. But in order to do that, I need you to drop some light bulb emojis in the chat. Drop some light bulb emojis in the chat as a matter of fact. Yes. Gonna stretch the elasticity of your thinking. I sure am. Gonna stretch the elasticity of your thinking. We're gonna turn the light all the way up. Gonna brighten it up in here. Yes. We're gonna flip the switch. We're gonna keep it all the way lit. Why? Because we are the light of the world. And yeah, I'm gonna stretch the elasticity of your thinking. I am going to empower you with the tremendous topic of truth entitled Hurt to Healed. Hurt to Healed. How to overcome what makes you feel overwhelmed. I want to give you 4 strategies on how to do that. I want to give you 4 ways on how to shift from hurt to healed. Yeah, for those of you, I believe it's going to shift from overwhelming to overcoming, overwhelming to overflowing. You may feel undervalued. You may feel underappreciated. But you're getting ready to have the victory over what makes you feel and keep you under. I really want to give a sincere salute and shout out, especially all of our frontline workers. Those who are on the front lines. When you think about your healthcare professionals, when you think about firefighters and EMTs and those who serve our country, military, armed forces, you think about our veterans. When you think about those who stand on the front lines, when oftentimes we stand on the sidelines, I want to give a sincere salute and shout out to those nurses and those doctors. And as I said, those healthcare professionals, those educators, teachers as well. Come on, can we throw pastors in the mix? Since we're on in the mix, got to throw those individuals there. Those individuals who oftentimes called on the job, even when they're off the job, to care for those who are deemed to be least, last, lost, left out, overlooked, underserved, and underrepresented, who always have to roll up their sleeves, can never really have a down day. They're not afforded to. I remember being an educator working in the school system, 12 years as a teacher. And what I understand about those kinds of careers like that and many of the frontline worker type of jobs, here's what I realized. I realized that those are thankless jobs. It's a thankless job. It really is. It's a thankless job. Generally, those individuals are going to always be the first ones to get the bad rap, to be told what isn't right, to be excoriated, stigmatized and skewed, and all of those specific things. The blame and the fingers are always going to be pointed in their direction. What they didn't do, how they should have been better. And it doesn't always feel good. Right? Because they know that each and every single day, they have to show up every day with a good attitude. Drink as much coffee as you possibly need to so that you can put that smile on your face. They know they're going to stay over time after work. They know they're going to take work home with them. Yeah, those teachers. Shout out to all those good teachers out there. You know you got a stack of papers, a pile of papers that you got to grade. Some of them said, listen, I've been in the game too long. I ain't taking no more work home with me. If I got to stay after work and do it, if I got to come early enough to do it, I'm going to get it done, but I ain't taking it home with me. I get it. I hear you. I feel you. But I've been on both sides of the coin. Taking work home with me, and then get to the particular place. Listen, I'm going to get it all the way done so that I don't have to. I get it. I feel it. But I want you to think about all the times as well that you give and you give and you give. And you may not necessarily be a frontline worker, but to a certain degree, it feels as if your heart is on the front line. Yeah, you're trying to shift from hurt to heal, but your heart is in the way. Your heart is in that chasm, in that space between the hurt and the healed, and it's you right there. Come on, to how you give your heart. And everybody who has a heart doesn't mean that they have a heart. Just because they have a heart doesn't mean that they have a heart. How you continue to give. How you continue to deposit into people's lives. And oftentimes people make more withdrawals than deposits. You know, I talked about that on the previous show. How you give and you give and you give and you give and you do and you do and you do and you do and you overcome and you overcome and you overcome and you help and you help and you help and you serve and serve and serve. And what do? They just talk and they talk and they talk. They point the finger and they point the finger. They criticize. But here's what I understand. That criticism is a part of success. You're on the front line, so you're a target. You're high up, so you're a target. You're leading, so you're a target. But you also have to move into a particular place that you don't allow what's going on around you to infiltrate your good heart, your spirit, how you care for individuals, the kindness, the gratitude, the attitude that shifts you to another altitude. I believe this year for you. I believe this year, this decade, this month, this year, this day, this week. Yeah, today. You're going to overcome the past. You're going to overcome patterns. You're going to maneuver away from people that keep you paralyzed. And here's what I understand. When you feel overwhelmed, when you start to feel overwhelmed, when you start to feel solely undervalued, underappreciated, and that you're giving so much, nobody's pouring back into you, here's what I understand that you have to do. You have to pour into you. Because at the end of the day, nobody's going to treat you better than you treat yourself. What did Scripture say? Scripture said when David was really at Ziklag, I believe this is 1 Samuel chapter 30, the men had wept because their children were taken. Their women were taken. The city was burned with fire. And the people sought to stone David. I'm trying to help you, and you trying to throw stones at me. I'm trying to give you deliverance, but you want to come for my demise. Yeah, we may face a few battles, we may face a few setbacks and struggles and losses, but it's not like I set us up for failure or exacted negativity against us. And so what did David do? David said, I will encourage myself in the Lord. Family, just type encourage. Type encourage. Type be encouraged. How about that? Type be encouraged. Be encouraged. Be encouraged. I got to encourage myself. Encourage myself. Encourage myself. In the midst of you encouraging yourself, here's what you got to do. You have to revisit your self-care plan so that you can pour into yourself. This is what you're doing when you're feeling overwhelmed. I want to give you some tips of what are some things that you can do. I'm going to give you 4 strategies. I want to give you number 1, because this self-care plan is personal. Get into a particular place to where you say, hey, I'm going to overcome what makes me feel overwhelmed. Here's number one. I want you to write this down. Write it down. Write it down. Breathe and believe. Type that. Type that in our live chat. Shout out to those of you with a digital decal in our live chat. Thank you so much for being a supporter, for being a partner, for being a member of In the Mix. Membership has its privileges. All you got to do is tap the link in our chat. Links in the description of this video for how to become a member of In the Mix. Since you're watching The Mix, you might as well become a member of In the Mix. You're going to see 3 options pop up: VIP, Royalty, OQP. Choose one of those 3. My gift to you is give you access to the behind-the-scenes content, exclusive footage. Membership has its privileges. Access the unlimited. Unlock the unlimited. Get an all-access pass even now. Breathe and believe. Listen, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling anxious, maybe you need to do some breathing exercises. Maybe you need to take yourself for a long, or for maybe not even long, a short, brisk walk. Maybe need to listen to some relaxing music. Take yourself to the spa. Maybe not. Maybe you're not having a vacation. Maybe you're having a staycation. Maybe you're doing those particular things. Maybe you're watching your favorite sporting event. Maybe you're attending one. Maybe you're watching your favorite show on Netflix. Maybe you're watching one of these podcasts on the In the Mix. Maybe you're just sitting in some solitude and some silence so that you can rest and ease your mind, and that's fine. But here's what Scripture says. It says to be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication, let your requests be made known unto God. I got to breathe and I got to believe. I got to take some time and just let it go. Come on. I'm inhaling peace and I'm exhaling that which is going to break me into pieces. I'm inhaling joy. I was about to say emailing. Get your mind off of work. I'm inhaling joy and I'm exhaling depression. Yeah. I'm inhaling blessings and I'm exhaling everything that's stressing me. I got to breathe and believe. Come on, family. You got to breathe. And then with that breathing, as you breathe, you got to believe that everything is going to work out. Come on. With every breath is a belief. Stop allowing other individuals just to put you in a place of, oh, my value ain't there. I'm feeling undervalued. I'm feeling underappreciated. When you need to understand this work that you do is not for a cause. It's not for applause. It's for a cause. That's what it's about. Work you do is for a cause, not for applause. If the applause comes, fine. Hear me. But if the applause doesn't come, fine. If they celebrate you, fine. If they don't celebrate you, that's fine too. You celebrate you. Family, just type celebrate yourself. Come on, family. Type celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself. We're shifting from hurt to healed. Overcoming what makes us feel overwhelmed. Come on, take it out of their hands and put it back into your hands. Matter of fact, put it in God's hands. Your hands are too small to handle it. God's hands are big enough to deal with it. Breathe and believe, family. Breathe and believe. Come on. Breathe and believe. You know what they say? You know what? Researchers and scientists say that many of us, many human beings, we only participate in shallow breathing. We don't do deep, entrenched breathing. We just go through like, rather than taking some time to, I got to inhale purpose, exhale stress. Come on. I got to inhale what God says, and I'm going to exhale what everybody else says. Come on, enjoy this experience of life and that more abundantly. People's fingers pointed at you, people trying to make your target. That comes with leadership. But the leadership shouldn't become bleedership. You shouldn't be bleeding instead of leading. Because when you're bleeding and you're hemorrhaging and you're hurting, here's what I understand. You'll bleed on people who didn't cut you because you didn't breathe and believe. Can I move on? Number one, I told you, breathe and believe. Number two, write this down. Create a no list. Yeah. Create a no list, family. Create a no list. Why is that? This is your way to control the controllables. This is your way, hear me, to protect your time, to protect your mind, protect your space, to give yourself a level of control over your schedule. Here's what it is. When you're creating a no list, here's what you got to start doing. You got to say yes to yourself. You got to put you on your calendar. You got to put you in your schedule. Because it makes no sense for you trying to pour from an empty cup. And you pour into so many people who already have holes in their cups, so they can't receive from you anyway. Stop making yourself feel obligated to do everything, to be everywhere. It's only one you. You can't return every phone call. You can't be at every birthday shower or baby shower. You can't be at every birthday celebration. You can't be at every event. You know what you have to cook up for people. And oftentimes the meal doesn't taste better because you haven't been in the kitchen long enough. You got to give yourself time in the kitchen, wrist flipping like it's stir fry, for you to actually take the right ingredients so that you don't rush the process. I don't know where your kitchen is. I'm not just talking about the kitchen in your home. I'm talking about the kitchen of where you study, the kitchen of where it is that you create beats and produce music in the studio, the kitchen to where you are in your living room. And it's your space and place of solitude. But your mind is dead while you're in your living room because you're trying to create in chaos. So much chaos going on in your mind. You have to find a way so that you can cook in your kitchen by saying, listen, I'm creating a no list. No is new opportunity. I'm creating a set list of boundaries. This is what I'm saying no to so that I can say yes to my purpose, so that I can say yes to being the best that I need to be. You can't do everything, and neither should you try to do everything. Stop feeling so entitled to where you feel like you need to do everything. Delegate. Let other people rely on some other people, not just on you. You have to create healthy boundaries because healthy boundaries are crucial to your well-being. Family, just type boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. Save some of you for you. Save some of you for you. You know what? Thanks, but I'm not going to be able to attend. I appreciate you thinking of me. Unfortunately, I won't be able to go or to attend at this time. Please keep me in mind for next time. Come on and draw a line in the sand on it. Don't allow other people to make you feel bad because you can't do everything and you can't be everything to everybody. You weren't called to be. There's a ministry of self There's a ministry to your mindset. There's a ministry for your self-care. There's a ministry for your mental health. Come on, doesn't that make a difference? Doesn't that mean a lot? You have to create boundaries for yourself, because I'm here. Hear me. You can't say that people are trespassing on your mind and your spirit and your heart if you haven't set up any boundaries. Do you know why the factory? Do you know why the dealership? Do you know why the farming, agricultural plot of land or headquarters can put up a no trespassing sign simply because they put some barbed wire up? Maybe they didn't put barbed wire up. Maybe they put a fence up. And guess what that fence signifies? Don't cross this line. Guess what that barbed wire signifies? That barbed wire signifies that I have boundaries. This is a boundary line that you don't need to cross. Why haven't you set up a fence? And here's the thing. Because you haven't set up a fence, now you take offense. let me let you know. Come on. Because you haven't set up a fence of this is how I'm going to be treated. No, you can't talk to me like this. Don't come for me if I have not sent for you. You can't treat me this type of way. Because you haven't set up a fence, now you easily take offense. When here it is, when you set up a fence and other people try to send a fence, you can adequately deal with that by saying, these are my rules and my regulations that I've already told you before. Let's not do this again. Come on. I'm drawing a line and saying, this is how I'm going to live my life, and this is the way it's going to be. Family, I need you to stick and stay. I got to take a quick break. I got 2 more points coming for you. I hope you're getting something from this. Once you stick and stay, more is coming your way after these messages. On In the Mix, I'll be right back. You know, I realize the extent of your development is connected to the extent of your investment. What I mean, invest little, develop little. But we're investing much into you as you invest in yourself by developing your purpose, developing your goals and your dreams and your ideals and your ideas, shifting you from ideas to income. Where does this all happen at? I'm so glad you asked. It takes place in our Eagles Academy. All you have to do is go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form, be transformed, to shift your ideas into income, your contacts into contracts, really to grow your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You owe it to you to invest in you. And as a result of it, now you are able to be coached and mentored and be a part of our live trainings with yours truly. Yeah, with me, along with a host of other leaders and trendsetters and trailblazers and accountability partners. No one grows in a silo. The power of mentorship, it takes what I've learned in years and months and I give it to you in minutes. What I've learned in decades and I can give it to you in days. To be a part of our private Facebook group, to get guided feedback through our Eagle's Nest reflections, to get access to all of the content, all the live sessions and the trainings of business development, of financial stewardship, of the impact and empowerment that only takes place when you go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. Again, when you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form, be transformed. But it doesn't just stop there. You want to develop your book? Then guess what? You are an aspiring author. You need to get my bestseller book blueprint. It's available right now. accessidentity.org/author. All of the insight of what it is that I have used to write 18 books and be a best-selling author. You owe it to you to get your hands on that. You also owe it to you to get my Successful Speaker Strategies download. I'm telling you, whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Let me show you how to develop your communication. There's an art to communication. Let me show you how to develop that. Go right now as well to accessidentity.org/speaker. And then I am blessed to pastor the Remnant Worshipers Church. I want you to be a part of the church that I am pastoring at right now. Is such a great thing of what it is that God has fashioned us to do. And it's taking place right here in the city of Detroit, 10 a.m. every Sunday. 6 p.m. we have prayer on Tuesdays. And then 7 p.m. on those same Tuesdays we have TNT Tuesdays. Truth and Transformation. It's amazing. You want to be a part of it. Go right now, trwchurch.org. And then I want to see your face in the place this Sunday at 20470 Hubble Street. I'm doing my best to save you a seat. Powerful prayer, praise, and a preach word. Can't wait to see your face in the place at the Remnant Worshipers Church. Yes, y'all, and we don't stop. Family, I need you to heed to these resources that you've heard. Let's get back to the word. We're talking about shifting from hurt to healed. Hurt to healed. How to overcome what makes you feel overwhelmed. And I told you, I gave you 2 steps so far. I'm giving you 4 strategies. Number 1, I said, breathe and believe. You got to breathe and believe. You have to take some time to ease your mind by breathing and believing. No shallow breathing, no shallow mindset, no shallow relationships, no shallow friendships. Deep breathing. Yeah. Deep calleth on the deep. Deep thinking, deep relationships, deep level of belief. That's what it's got to be. Secondly, you got to create a no list. You got to know your no. What are your no's? What are your boundaries? You got to set up those healthy boundaries. Got to build a fence. So you're not always on the defense or even the offense, or you don't take offense. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Thirdly, be kind to yourself. Family, type that. Be kind to yourself. Family, it's okay to not be okay. It happens. Come on, honor your humanity. Be kind to yourself. Treat yourself with some TLC. Treat yourself with some tender loving care, because this is what I realized at the beginning and the end of the day. We all have a fragile do not drop label in our lives. We can't expect people to be graceful and gracious to and with us if we're not that way to and with ourselves. Got to be kind to ourselves. It's okay to not be okay, but here's what is not okay. It's not okay to stay that way. Got to get some help. Got to remediate it. Got to remember this, that feeling overwhelmed doesn't have to last. Trouble don't last always. Sunny days, everyone has them, but tell me, can you stand the rain? Give yourself some grace. Right? If not, work always becomes a chore. Leading always becomes a chore. All of that becomes a bore. Mothering becomes a chore. Fathering becomes a chore. Walking and doing what it is that you are responsible for, you don't get a joy and a zest and a zeal out of it, because now it moves into a place of quote unquote taxation with no representation. You're always taxed by it, but you don't even represent yourself well. It becomes so taxing simply because you have not raised your value, and you've allowed other people, thoughts, opinions, perspectives to make you feel undervalued and underappreciated. It's time to change that. Time to be kind to you. Stop the incriminating negative disposition and the negative narrative that has been built in your mind. Stop it. Got to get control of your level of thinking. Got to get control. When you get control of your level of thinking, I need you to hear me, you're going to get control of your conversation. Got to overcome the stinking thinking that keeps you sulking and sinking. Got to overcome the scarcity mindset, the vision snipers, the emotional squatters, the things that are living dormant and taking up residence in your mind. When here it is, you need to give it, and you need to evict it immediately. Don't even give it an eviction notice, because that's giving it time to build bunkers and barriers in your mind. Evict it immediately. Evict it now. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Be kind to you. Come on, speak words of life over yourself. Massage your mind with messages of hope. Being kind to yourself makes your mental health a priority. It also causes you to get to this particular place. When I'm kind to myself, here's what I do. I celebrate the wins. And I celebrate the wins by recognizing my resilience. Look at what you've overcome. Look at what you've been through, and you didn't allow what you've been through to go through you. You didn't stop being bad because somebody didn't treat you good. You didn't stop being good because somebody treated you bad. Yeah, let me flip that. Don't stop being good because somebody treated you bad. Recognize your resilience. Remind yourself of your resilience. Remind yourself that you're smart, that you're beautiful, that you're handsome, that you're resilient, that you're a king's kid, that you're a queen, that you're a king, that you're God's child, that what he promised, he's going to perform it, that God is sending people in your life, that God is whispering God is sending the right type of people in your life, that God is whispering your name in rooms that your feet haven't even stepped into yet. He's sending people to do that for you. Come on, be kind to yourself. Remind yourself of your resilience. Remind yourself of your value. Remind yourself of your worth. Here's what Eleanor Roosevelt said. Nobody can make you feel inferior without your permission. Come on. Give yourself permission to heal. Give yourself permission to be kind to you. Come on, give yourself permission. Yeah, give yourself a permission slip to do it. Last but not least, family, type this: pray and prioritize. I told you number one, breathe and believe. Breathe and believe. Secondly, I told you create a no list. Create a no list. Got to do that. Thirdly, be kind to yourself. Last but not least, breathe and last but not least, pray and prioritize. Pray and prioritize. You got to do that. You've breathed, you believed, you've created a no list, you've been kind to yourself. Now here's what you got to do. You got to pray and prioritize. Got to do it. I did everything that I should have done in the natural. Now here's what I got to do. I got to connect the spiritual to the natural so that now it becomes supernatural. I got to get God's super connected to my natural, and he's going to do something supernatural in my life. Pray and prioritize. If you're going to worry, you might as well not even pray. And if you're going to pray, don't even worry about it. Prayer and worrying cannot coexist in the same space. Doubt and faith cannot coexist in the same space. Here's what I understand. One is always going to cancel out the other. Take everything to God in prayer. You're trying to figure it out when God wants you to take it to him in prayer. Number one, he's already worked it out. But here's what he wants to do. He wants to reassure you and assure you that it's going to work out. Ask and it shall be given. Seek ye and you shall find. Knock and the door shall be open. Think about this. You take the A off of ask. You take the S off the seek. You take the K off the knock. And here's what I understand. It's still ask. Come on, ask God for a hard thing. Pray. Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving. Oh, my. Let your requests be made known unto God. And here's what I understand. I love the next verse. And the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall guard your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. Don't you see the peace that comes from the praying and the supplicating and the giving of thanks? There's a peace that comes. I can't explain it, but I'm going to breathe and believe through it. I can't explain it. Yeah, but I'm going to create my no list. I can't explain it, but I'm going to be kind to myself. I can't explain it, but I'm going to pray. And because I prayed, now I'm going to prioritize. Now I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to occupy until he comes. I'm going to do business. I'm going to be about my Father's business. I'm going to walk with a level of confidence, knowing that he's going to perfect those things that concern me. I'm going to walk with a level of confidence with my head up, with my shoulders raised, with my back straight, knowing that when I walk in any room, in any building, it's an army with me, an army of angels. It's an army. Why? Because God and me, when God's got my back, a setback is always a setup for a greater comeback. When God's got my back, here it is, God and me are always a majority. Can't help but to overcome. Come on, family. Come on, family. You got this. Just type, I got this. Type, I got this. I got this. I got this. The reason I got this is because God's got me. He's got my back. And because he's got my back, I can always move forward. Come on, begin to pray about it. Bless those that persecute you. Pray for those who don't mean to do you any type of good. I know they're preying on you, but you pray for them. Yeah, I've gotten to this particular place in my life. When people say, you know what, I'm praying for you, I tell them, hey, spell it. Spell it. Just because they say I'm praying for you, it don't mean P-R-A-Y. Yeah, you stuttered when you, okay. No. Wait. Yeah. Spell it for me. Wait, you stuttered over a couple of letters there. Which one is it? The P-R-E-A. Come on, no. Be very, very clear with it. Matter of fact, you ain't got to pray for me. I do it on my own. I don't need prayer warriors. I need warriors. Pray and prioritize. God's going to push you and propel you and promote you and prosper you. I know it felt like it was punishment. I need you to hear me. It's preparation for your next dimension. Family, just type, I have the victory. Type, I have the victory. I have the victory. God is shifting you from hurt to healed. He's healing your heart. He's healing your mind. He's healing your will. He's healing your emotions. He's healing the setback. He's healing you of the sickness. He's healing you of the pain. You're going to overcome what makes you feel overwhelmed. God is shifting you from overwhelming to overcoming. He's shifting you from overwhelming to overflowing. Going to be overflowing your finance. Going to be overflowing your relationships. Going to be overflowing love. Going to be overflowing business. Going to be overflowing your church. Going to be overflowing your heart and your home. Going to be overflow with what hits your hand and the ideas that flow through your head and the love that comes and love that is seeped into your heart. I speak healing over your life. No hurt formed against you shall prosper. You are going to prosper. Family, I want you to sow into this word that you've heard. I want you to sow into your healing. I want you to sow into your prosperity. I want you to sow into your future, even now. Yeah, it's not as a debt that you owe, it is a seed that you sow. And I want you to sow even now. Yes, you can do that online via Cash App, $Dr. Eddie Ministries, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr @gmail.com. You can also sow via, we've been having super conversation. Drop a super chat, drop a super sticker, super thanks. Yes, and I'm believing that's going to be your type of motto in your message. Lord, I just want to say thanks. God, I'm giving you a super thanks because you blessed me, you brought me, you've empowered me, you've strengthened me. I prayed and you've helped me to prioritize. I breathed and believed. I made my no list. I'm now being more kind to myself. And I'm going to live to see it happen, and it's going to be big. Family, I want you to sow into this word that you've heard. Yes, I'm believing God's going to do 30, 60, 100 fold in your life. I'm joining my faith to yours, that God gives you increase, and not just increase, but peace that goes along with it. Thank you so much for the online giving via Cash App, $Dr. Eddie Ministries, Dr. Eddie Ministries, Dr. Eddie Ministries, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr, gmail.com. Yes, the super conversation, the super chat, the super sticker, the super thanks. I'm thanking you for the seed that you've sown to help our broadcast to grow, to expand, to take this word that causes people to win and impact them to overcome over and over and over again. If you're not a member of our Eagles community, we've got a class tonight, got an amazing class tonight. You know, when I got my gear on, when I got my gear on, it's on. Yeah, it's all the way on. Eagles Academy, once you join us there, what's the Eagles Academy about? It's a virtual village where I really empower you. I speak life into your life. I teach you, coach you, train you, mentor you on how to grow in every area of your life. Your business, your relationships, your marketing, your mindset, your emotional intelligence, experiencing transformation in your life, crafting and developing your identity. Your superpower is that there's only one you. And I'm encouraging and empowering you and showing you, give you strategy, structure, solutions, and systems for how to be the best you that God created you to be. Somebody's waiting for you to become who you are so they can become who they're supposed to be. Here's the question: how much longer will you make them wait? Now is the time. I want you to go right now, to the eaglesacademy.com. Yes, do it now. I know I'm talking about 2, 3, 4, 5 of you, maybe more of you who can go right now, who needs to go right now to the eaglesacademy.com, who say, I want to grow in those areas that you talked about. I want to develop. I want to be in a community where I'm able to network with literally individuals from locally and nationally and globally who are being impacted and equipped to win, who are going to soar to another level, who are what our Eagles Academy acronym is. Eagles is Empowered Authentically Gifted Leaders Envisioning Success. I want to soar into greater success and purpose. My gift to you as you become a member is, when you get there, theeaglesacademy.com, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. When you become a member in our Eagles community, you get access to our private Facebook group. You get access to all of our sessions that we've done, past and present, that speak to many of those examples of where it is that we develop you in those specific lanes, in those specific avenues and areas. Then you also get access to connect and partner with our accountability partners, with leaders, literally, locally, nationally, and globally, who understand this, that a win for you is a win for them too. And then not only that, you get to be a part of all of our live sessions where I'm coaching, teaching, training, mentoring you, where we have guest lectures, we have guest teachers who are right at the click and the touch of a button, where you get to connect with them live. The Eagles Nest Reflections, where it is that we give homework, where I give guided feedback to many of those questions that you answer through videos, through questions that you may type, and whatever the case may be. It's hands-on, it's interactive, and it's empowering. Once you go right now, theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form. I guarantee you're going to be transformed. Family, were you transformed by this conversation? Were you transformed? If so, just type healed. Type healed. May have some scars, but I'm healed. Circumstances, but I'm healed. Oh, I'm healed. Yeah, I'm healed today. Family, yeah, in the mix is out of time, but trust me, I'm not out of truth. So I want to thank you for rocking with me. I thank you for riding with me. I thank you for rolling with me. Why? Because that's just how we roll. And we roll together each and every single weekday, Monday through Friday, for In the Mix. And we mix it up right here on the YouTube side. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that like button. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Yes, subscribe. Sincere salute and shout out to all of you who are watching us on our sister satellite stations on social media. And I just got a question for you. Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Well, then step this way, step that way. Which way? By friending me, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. We don't stop at EddieConnorJr. Come on, family. Put some respect on my name. Yeah. Put some respect on my name. EddieConnorJr. Come on. Follow me. Connect with me. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. We don't stop at EddieConnorJr. EddieConnorJr. Hit that follow button now. Yeah. You're on that social media site anyway. Hit that follow button now. Log in, lock in. Y'all keep showing love. I'm going to keep showing up, family. I want you to show up to my amazing church, where I pastor the Remnant Worshipers Ministry here in the city of Detroit. A church alive is worth the flight of the drive, and I guarantee you when you arrive, you're going to be empowered to thrive. Yeah, in every area of your life. Join us at 20470 Hubble Street in the city of Detroit, where I'm saving you a seat. 20470 Hubble Street is where I'm saving you a seat. I'm personally inviting you to be my guest this coming Sunday. Bring somebody with you. Tell somebody about it. You owe it to you to be an amazing worship service and be an experience in an environment of word and worship, powerful prayer, praise, and a preached word. Join us this Sunday. Make an intentional stride. Be intentional about joining us this coming Sunday. Check out more about our church, trwchurch.org, trwchurch.org. You can get any of my books on Amazon. I've got 18 books out there, ebooks, audiobooks, hard copies. You can also get signed copies at EddieConnor.com. Got some resources out there for you. You want to build your book, want to grow your book, want to write your book. I'm showing you everything that I did to do that. Manuscript to the marketplace. Become an industry authority as an author. Whether you have a book out or not, I'm showing you how to actually increase your sales as well, especially for those of you who are aspiring authors and want to do that. Bestseller book blueprint, get that on my website. Successful speaker strategies, digital video training. You need that as well. Whatever you're building, you can build it better if you're using better words. Art of communication to all of this. What picture are you painting when you're speaking? You want to speak in a way that causes people to invite you back, to wow your audience. Get both of those strategies, get both of those resources right now at my website, EddieConnor.com, EddieConnor.com. Speaking of speaking, if you're looking for a dynamic speaker, why would you look any further? You know that I'm the man for the job. Invite me to speak at your church, your conference, your community center, your school, your graduation, your session, your podcast. Let's make some progression. All you have to do is email me to invite me. info@EddieConnor.com. You can also request me on my website as well, EddieConnor.com. And of course, it'd be an honor for me to empower you. It's yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand, your brother. And I mean that from another mother. Family, it's been fun. But you know, brother, gotta run. So much you know, it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, joy. Yes, it has been beyond measure. But I want you, yes, you. I'm talking to you now to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter, peace, and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. You know, I realize the extent of your development is connected to the extent of your investment. What I mean, invest little, develop little. But we're investing much into you as you invest in yourself by developing your purpose, developing your goals and your dreams and your ideals and your ideas, shifting you from ideas to income. Where does this all happen at? I'm so glad you asked. It takes place in our Eagles Academy. All you have to do is go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form, be transformed, to shift your ideas into income, your contacts into contracts, really to grow your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You owe it to you to invest in you. And as a result of it, now you are able to be coached and mentored and be a part of our live trainings with yours truly, with me, along with a host of other leaders and trendsetters and trailblazers and accountability partners. No one grows in a silo. The power of mentorship, it takes what I've learned in years and months and I give it to you in minutes. What I've learned in decades and I can give it to you in days. To be a part of our private Facebook group, to get guided feedback through our Eagle's Nest reflections, to get access to all of the content, all the live sessions and the trainings of business development, of financial stewardship, of the impact and empowerment that only takes place when you go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. Again, when you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form, be transformed. But it doesn't just stop there. You want to develop your book? Then guess what? You are an aspiring author. You need to get my bestseller book blueprint. It's available right now. accessidentity.org/author. All of the insight of what it is that I have used to write 18 books and be a best-selling author. You owe it to you to get your hands on that. You also owe it to you to get my Successful Speaker Strategies download. I'm telling you, whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Let me show you how to develop your communication. There's an art to communication. Let me show you how to develop that. Go right now as well to accessidentity.org/speaker. And then I am blessed to pastor the Remnant Worshipers Church I want you to be a part of the church that I am pastoring at right now. Is such a great thing of what it is that God has fashioned us to do. And it's taking place right here in the city of Detroit, 10 a.m. every Sunday. 6 p.m. we have prayer on Tuesdays. And then 7 p.m. on those same Tuesdays, we have TNT Tuesdays. Truth and Transformation. It's amazing. You want to be a part of it. Go right now, trwchurch.org. And then I want to see your face in the place this Sunday at 20470 Hubble Street. I'm doing my best to save you a seat. Powerful prayer, praise, and a preach word. Can't wait to see your face in place at the Remnant Worshipers Church.